Xbox has just revealed 7 new games joining Xbox Cloud Gaming, where players will be allowed to journey into the cinematic world of a samurai, explore dungeons filled with ruins, abominations, and of course, so much loot, and climb their way through the ranks in NBA 2K22, doing what the Lakers couldn't, and winning the Larry O'Brien Championship. So, let's talk about it.
Are you listening?
Alright, before we get started, that Laker joke was written by Ken. I barely even watch sports, so if you're gonna get mad, blame Ken. Anyway, obviously for today's show, we need to talk about Xbox revealing the latest lineup of video games that will be joining Xbox Cloud Gaming in the first half of May, thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Now, of course, the first game that we need to talk about is Trek to Yomi, which is this awesome cinematic samurai game where players play as Hiroki as he fights the forces of evil. And honestly, this is one of those games that I could watch the trailer for hours. I mean, it looks super dope. And I will definitely be making a point to check this game out. And fun fact, Trek to Yomi will be arriving day and date for cloud gamers, as the game will be launching on May 5th. Up next, we have Citizen Sleeper, which is inspired by the flexibility and freedom of tabletop role-playing games. Now, Citizen Sleeper takes place in the ruins of interplanetary capitalism. You will play as an escaped worker who must explore space stations, escape your past, create allies, and of course, change your future. Citizen Sleeper is another day-and-date game that will be releasing on Xbox Game Pass. Dangonronpa 2 Goodbye Despair Anniversary Edition might be the longest title for a video game, but it does celebrate the game's 10-year anniversary. That's right, originally this game launched in 2012, and Danganronpa 2 returns players back to Jabberwock Island, where you and your classmates must complete in Monokuma's murderous game. Currently, Danganronpa has an 8 out of 10 from Nintendo Life and a 4 out of 5 from GameFAQs, so definitely check this one out. Eiyuden Chronicles Rising is a side-scrolling action RPG game based in the Eiyuden Chronicle universe. Now, Rising will weave together the pre-war tales of characters that players are familiar with from the Eiyuden Chronicles game. Now, I gotta be honest, I've never played any of these games before, but according to the developer, this game does feature town upgrading mechanics and fast-paced combat. Loot River is a dungeon-shifting roguelike, which transports players into the procedurally generated labyrinths. Now, I know what you're thinking, great, another dungeon crawler. However, this one might be a little different, as the game's website states that it combines tense, real-time combat and dark fantasy stylings of Dark Souls with the spatial block-shifting puzzles of Tetris. Which Dark Souls meets Tetris just sounds insane. That's right, you will fight abominations, uncover loot, explore, level up, and cast powerful spells. Loot River is available right now and is another one of Xbox Game Pass's day-and-date titles arriving in the month of May. Up next, we have This War of Mine Final Cut, which is a remastered version of the original game that launched nearly 5 years ago. Players will play as a group of civilians trying to survive in a city at war. This War of Mine Final Cut will feature remastered locations, a new scenario, all the locations featured in DLC content, along with the vanilla version of the first game. And finally, we have NBA 2K22, which of course is the latest chapter in the NBA 2K series. Featuring players from both the NBA and WNBA rosters, players can compete in the most authentic basketball video game around. On top of that, you'll be able to build your own team in the game's My Team mode, live out your dream of becoming a pro in My Career, and show off your management skills in My GM mode. Now, it's definitely worth noting that for some reason, NBA 2K22 currently has a bug that blocks the cloud version of the game from accessing online mode. So hopefully Xbox addresses this soon, but just an FYI before you jump on. And I've got to say, for the first half of May, I feel like there's a little bit of something for everyone. And with these 7 games, Xbox has added a total of 65 games to Game Pass that cloud gamers can access. And on top of that, Xbox just announced an additional 12 games that have received custom touch control settings, further showing Xbox's commitment to cloud gamers. But enough from me, what do you all think about this lineup? Which game are you going to check out first? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report best friend. just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.